Hey guys, this is Alessandro, welcome back. So last time guys we talked, the potential risk and reward about changing career, right? You have a full-time job, you want to change to animation and so on. But today I want to clarify something, and it's a lot of people are wondering, okay, if I'm going to study animation, how long should I study animation before I'm ready to get a job, to get into the industry? It should be 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years. How long I should expect to study, okay? And obviously the answer, guys, is not very straightforward. I know there are some school, again, they offer 1 year program, 1 year and a half, 2 years, 3 years, right? And the student, what does it do? They think like, okay, I'm gonna study at this school, finish their program, the school suggests me to study for 3 years, and then I should be, once I graduate, I should be ready to get a job, right? And the answer, unfortunately is not, okay? First of all, because a lot of people graduate from the school, doesn't mean they're ready. I know that was my thought when I studied animation. I felt like, okay, if the school is promoting me and they let me pass until the last exam, the last graduation, it means I'm good enough to get a job, or else they wouldn't let me pass, right? And that's completely wrong in my opinion. I think there is a huge disconnect between what the school is teaching you and the expectation and how competitive is the industry becoming, okay? I'm not sure it's because of lack of the experience or lack of people they hire in the school. I'm not sure about that. Maybe it could be simply because if the school is too harsh, and when you're not doing very well, maybe on the first class in the first 3 months, instead of letting you go forward, they would say, you know what, you didn't do well, you have to repeat this semester. Maybe they are afraid that people will quit the school and then they will not continue to pay the school, right? And maybe that's what they're afraid about it. Again, I don't really agree with this kind of mentality, but I somehow can understand it. But you as a student or a potential person who wants to study animation, you have to think about that one. That it's just not about studying, what the school is recommending you. It's dependent entirely from you and the teacher as well. Did you went to a good school first of all? Because a lot of school they have big name, a lot of reputation, and they're not that good honestly. A lot of people coming out from those schools pay hundred thousands of dollars and they don't get a job, right? There are schools that are really, really good. They have really talented mentor who are working in the industry, but maybe because of the school system, the school maybe is very cheap. So the time that the mentor will spend with you is very little. So they will always give you every time 10 minutes critique, drawing over on the screen and everything. And I said many times, for some people, this kind of approach is enough to improve and to get to the right direction. For a lot of students, it's not. I have a lot of students coming to me and says, I went to this school, the school seems great and everything, but when my mentor give me the feedback, I do not really understand what he wants because he just draw over. And when I open Maya, I don't really know how to achieve what he wants, and they don't get there, right? So what happened is that they finish the school, okay, they get graduate and everything, but the quality is not there, so they need to look somewhere else. And I can tell you my personal experience, guys. I have studied a lot. I started studying traditional animation, 2D animation, because I wanted to do a comic book artist, be a 2D animator and everything. And I did it for 3 years. Didn't go anywhere, didn't get a job, not even an internship and anything. I'm not here to argue it was the school fault, it was me. I'm telling you, I was studying every day, 8 hours, drawing every day, including the weekend. So I really know I give the maximum. Maybe it was also the 2D dying as an art, and then what? Then I did animation mentor for another year and a half. It still wasn't enough. I took a mentor, private mentor, to continue to study, to continue to refine my skills. So it took me a while. So at the end, again, it's not really, it's not entirely up to the school or up to you, right? There are a lot of factors. I could tell you a few things also. How much time you're willing to commit to study animation, because when I went to animation mentor, guys, I met a lot of people that they were fully committed to study animation, and I met a lot of other people that they never show up to class. When they show their assignment, they told me basically they were working 4 or 5 hours a week, which is basically nothing. And if you have this kind of approach, if you do not take it really seriously, well, good luck to get a job like this, unless you are a born talent superstar. But again, if you're not willing, if you don't have the patience to commit to a school and everything full time, maybe when you're gonna get a job, it's not gonna be very difficult, because it's not just about, but they will pay me to do this, so I will do it for eight hours, right? It's not entirely just about this. So there is all those things, guys, that you wanna keep in consideration. I know, unfortunately, there is not a straight answer, but I would say average, expect a minimum a minimum of a couple of years. You know, if you're really, really committed and you study only animation and you don't waste time in anything else. Another school give like you study modeling, camera layout, texturing, lighting, and all those things. I'm talking about fully committed only in animation. 8 hours a day, nothing else, no distraction, no job. You can expect at least 2 years minimum. Of course, guys, there are exceptions. There are people who are naturally very talented and can go a lot faster. People like me, they were slower, took them longer and stuff like that. But I don't think it should take more than 4 years. As I said in the other video, if you study full time for 5, 6 years and you're not getting anywhere, your skills are still very, very low, beside you taking private lesson, school, and everything, and you don't see any improvement, or you say very little improvement, then maybe, guys, I'm sorry to say, but it's something to consider something else. And sometimes the reality is like this. I know nobody wants to say that. People always try to be positive, follow your dream. If you have passion, if you study all the time, you're gonna get that. I don't think honestly it's true. I mean, it's not only about that. There is a lot of other factors. If it was like this, just follow your dream, then everybody has a freaking dream, guys. Everybody will be a rock star, an actor, a millionaire, or something. So I don't think it's only about this. There are multiple factors. Okay, maybe one day we can talk more in depth about following your dreams and stuff like that. Okay, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video as well. And as usual, if you have any question, let me know. Ciao, guys.